Heads of State begins during La Tomatina, the long-running annual festival in Buñol, Spain, where attendees chuck tomatoes at each other in the streets. Amid the chaos, MI6 agent Noel Bisset and her team disguised as media reporters, with the aim of hunting down Viktor Gradov, a Russian notorious arms dealer, but unbeknown to them, their secret operation has been compromised. The team are ambushed by Viktor Gradov's henchmen who have names like Olga the Killer and the Chef, leading to the death of 7 of them while the team leader, Noel, appears to die alongside her team in the tomato-splattered streets. Gradov and his men acquire a link to Echelon, the global surveillance program used by the Anglosphere intelligence alliance belonging to NATO. Meanwhile, Sam Clark, Prime Minister of Britain, receives a state visit from the newly elected United States President, Wood Derringer, a former action movie star. The two men do not get along, and a public argument breaks out in front of the press, after which their respective aides Quincy and Bradshaw suggest that they fly to the upcoming NATO summit in Trieste together aboard Air Force One to present a united front to the world. Clark and Derringer reluctantly agree. During the flight, Air Force One is attacked by Gradov's terrorists, who shoot down the plane. Clark and Derringer manage to escape using 2 parachutes but are left stranded in Belarus and presumed dead by the rest of the world. Realizing that someone in their inner circles has betrayed them to Gradov, the 2 men walk through the forest to a neighborhood where they are attacked by some young men. After a little fight and at the edge of killing them, an old Belarusian woman comes to their rescue. She managed to hitch a ride for the 2 heads of state, smuggled them through the border security to Poland. After they part way with their helper, they seek shelter with CIA officer Maciej Koma in Warsaw. And Koma informs them that NATO is on the brink of collapse after documents were leaked revealing industrial espionage and economic sabotage between the allied countries. Political operatives call it the most damaging leak of state secrets in history, adding that if NATO fails, it could destabilize Europe and beyond, leading to war on a global scale. Gradov's men discover their location, led by assassins Sasha and Olga. They attack the hideout, and Koma is seemingly killed. Clark and Derringer eventually meet up with Noel, who survived attack in Spain. In the movie first scene, thanks to a bulletproof vest, she assists the 2 world leaders to escape the attack. The trio soon discovers how the violence and political carnage are linked to Gradov, and that he has an insider in the upper echelons of the White House. Bisset tells Clark and Derringer that the NATO summit has been derailed due to Gradov's hacker Haman breaking into the echelon and leaking national security files to the public. Derringer also learns that Clark and Bisset were in a relationship prior to Clark deciding to run for office. The 3 embark for the summit in Italy by train, where they are attacked by another one of Gradov's assassins. Haman, tired of being forced to work for Gradov, kills the assassin, but is mortally wounded in the process. He instructs the trio to go to his former office in Zadar, Croatia, to find out who betrayed them. They manage to locate old chat logs which implicate Derringer's Ed Bradshaw. They are once again attacked by Gradov's assassins. Gradov himself goes for the kill when he uses an helicopter to drag out the cabin Derringer and Bisset are, but both jump out of it before the cabin crashes. Meanwhile, Clark is seemingly killed in an explosion caused by RPG missile fired by Gradov. Derringer calls Kirk to her surprise. Not believing that he is still alive, Derringer requests for the Beast, the official vehicle of the American president. But upon entering the car, one of Gradov's assassins is sighted, and another round of struggle begins. Another assassin working for Gradov chase Derringer and Bisset through Trieste. The 2 are saved by Clark, who survived the explosion and drove from Croatia to Italy in a fire truck. Olga is killed when her grenade launcher goes off by accident during the chase, and the trio arrives at the summit in time to prevent the dissolution of NATO at the hands of Kirk. Derringer and Clark have to sift through a few decoys, including the president's own chief of staff, Simone Bradshaw, before realizing Gradov's insider was the vice president, Elizabeth Kirk. Of course it's the vice president, says Derringer. Derringer confronts her, and that's when a bullet to the head takes her out. It was Gradov who fired the shot, knowing she considered him a loose end. His assassins assault the summit, shooting sporadically while everyone is running for safety. Bisset comes through, killing some of the assassins and fights Sasha until she kills him by knocking his head against the concrete stairs. Clark and Derringer pursue Gradov, but he holds them down to surrender with a sling arrow, giving him room to leap onto a waiting helicopter. Thanks to good thinking, Clark and Derringer split to confuse Gradov. Clark takes a spear to the shoulder, Derringer runs and chucks a Cupid statue into the helicopter's rotor, causing a malfunction that sends the chopper and Gradov plummeting to the ground and bursting into flames, ultimately killing Gradov. 2 months later, the relationships within NATO have been repaired, and Clark and Derringer have become close friends. Gathering for an amicable chat in a London pub, Clark even buys him a plate of fish and chips, a symbol of their new friendship. Clark's also celebrating his approval ratings. which were previously in the toilet, being on the rise. Clark, meanwhile, is texting with Noel, with whom he shares an unconsummated attraction, but she's on covert missions in secret locations, so a relationship is unlikely. Still, he holds out hope that one day they'll have a chance. In a post-credits scene, is revealed to have survived the attack in Warsaw due to a metal plate in his head, and is approached by Bissett while attempting to pick up women at a bar. This is where the movie ends. Kindly subscribe to this channel. Click the like and share buttons and smash the notification bell to support this channel. Thanks for watching.